Today, I'm going to walk you through the first things you should do after installing Ubuntu 25.04 to get the best experience possible. Whether you're new to Linux or just upgrading, these tips will help you set up your system like a pro, so let's dive right in. First things first, update your system. Even if you just installed Ubuntu, there are probably a bunch of updates waiting. Just open your terminal and run these commands. This makes sure you have the latest security patches and software improvements. Next, if you want, you can customize the dock. The dock is the bar on the left by default that holds your apps. You can tweak it quite a bit. Open Settings, then click Appearance. Scroll down to the dock section. From here, you can change position of the dock, left, bottom, right. Resize icons, auto-hide the dock, and adjust dock visibility example, show only on the primary monitor. If you want even more control over how the Ubuntu dock looks and works, there are plenty of hidden settings you can unlock. Just install the third-party Extension Manager app from the Ubuntu repositories to access them. Open the app, go to the Installed tab, scroll down to find Ubuntu Dock, and click the gear icon next to it. A Preferences panel will pop up with a variety of options. From here, it's all yours to customize. The Genome Extension Manager is a simple app that lets you easily browse, install, manage, and configure GNOME shell extensions, all in one place, right from your desktop. Think of it like an app store, but just for customizing your GNOME desktop environment. Ubuntu now has a new well-being feature that you can enable and adjust accordingly. The well-being section closely mirrors Android's well-being app, offering features like screen time tracking, screen limit settings, and break reminders. It's a handy tool for anyone who often forgets to take breaks from staring at a computer screen. By default, Ubuntu focuses, restores, or maximizes apps when you click their icons, a behavior that not everyone prefers. If you've recently switched from Windows, this might feel a bit frustrating. Fortunately, you can easily enable Minimize on click for the Ubuntu dock with a simple command. You can also show the battery percentage like it shows here on my computer by going into Settings. Showing the battery percentage on a computer is helpful because it gives you a clear, precise idea of how much battery life you have left. Instead of just seeing a vague icon, you can plan better, like knowing exactly when to plug in your charger, how long you can work without power, or whether you need to save your work before the battery runs out. HDR support in Ubuntu 25.04 isn't enabled by default. You can turn it on through a toggle in Settings, then Display. But the option only appears if an HDR-compatible monitor is connected. Once enabled, any Linux apps that support HDR, though not all do yet, will be able to output properly. If you do not like the Home folder appearing on your desktop, you can hide it from the settings. You can enable Nightlight on Ubuntu 25.04. Nightlight reduces the amount of blue light your screen emits. Blue light can strain your eyes and interfere with your sleep by tricking your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Enabling Nightlight makes your screen warmer, more reddish, helping you feel more relaxed in the evening and improving your sleep quality. I'm on a virtual machine, so I cannot enable it myself. Also, change your desktop wallpaper if you want to. Changing your desktop wallpaper can personalize your workspace and make it feel more comfortable or inspiring. A fresh background can boost your mood, reduce stress, and improve focus. Whether you go for a relaxing nature scene or a motivational quote, a customized wallpaper can make your computer environment more enjoyable. You can also use fractional scaling in Ubuntu 25.04. Fractional scaling might not be available on all displays and can use more system resources. Fractional scaling allows you to adjust the size of text, icons, and other elements on the screen to make them more readable, especially on high-resolution displays. For example, if you have a 4K monitor, fractional scaling helps to make things a more comfortable size without losing sharpness. It provides a middle ground between too small and too large to improve overall usability and comfort. I'm not using a 4K monitor, so I will just disable it. In the search preferences, make sure that special characters and emojis are excluded from the search results by adjusting the options for indexed items or disabling certain search categories. Excluding emojis and special characters from your search can help you focus on more relevant results. If you're often searching for documents, apps, or files, filtering out non-essential characters like emojis ensures that your search returns more accurate and meaningful results. It also reduces clutter, especially if you don't use emojis or special characters in your file names or app titles. By default, Ubuntu doesn't come with certain media codecs due to licensing restrictions. Installing these codecs allows you to play a wider variety of audio and video formats, including MP3, MP4, and other commonly used media types. Without them, you might encounter issues with playing files from common formats or DVDs. Installing codecs ensures a smooth media playback experience, making Ubuntu more versatile for entertainment and productivity. Try out the new Security Center. Ubuntu 25.04 introduces an experimental security center, a graphical tool designed to make it easier for users to manage file and folder access permissions for Snap apps. For example, when browsing the web with Firefox, the pre-installed version is a Snap package. If you try to save an image or download a file, a permission dialog will appear. It will ask you to allow or deny the app's access to the file system before the download begins, giving you more control over your data. You can install applications from the App Center. The App Center in Ubuntu is the main place where you can find, install, update, and manage software on your system. It supports both Deb traditional Linux packages and Snap containerized apps, making it easy to search, browse by category, and install apps with just a few clicks. It's basically Ubuntu's version of an app store focused on making software management simple and beginner-friendly. Install additional drivers in Ubuntu 25.04 by default. Ubuntu 25.04 installs open source drivers. While these work fine for most hardware, they can sometimes cause issues, especially with wireless cards or graphics cards. This happens because the open source drivers provided by the Linux community may not perform as well as the proprietary drivers released by the hardware manufacturers. To fix this, you can install additional drivers easily. Open the Software and Updates app. Go to the Additional Drivers tab. Here, you'll see a list of devices with available proprietary drivers you can install. Don't forget to install Flatpack. Flatpack is a universal app format that works across nearly all Linux distributions. Installing Flatpak on Ubuntu gives you access to a much larger library of software, including newer app versions that might not be available in Ubuntu's standard repositories. Plus, Flatpak apps run in isolated, sandboxed environments, offering better security and stability. That's it. Once you've installed Flatpak and added the FlatHub repository, you're ready to start installing and using Flatpak apps directly from the command line. Also enable app image support in Ubuntu. To use app images easily on Ubuntu, you should install the libfuse2 package by running this command. AppImage is a portable app format for Linux. It bundles everything an app needs to run into a single file. This means you don't have to install anything. Just download the app image, make it executable, and run it. Enabling app image support gives you access to even more software, especially lightweight apps or newer releases that aren't available through the App Center, Snap, or Flatpak. It's a great way to keep your system clean and flexible. Also install a Firewall. GUFW is a simple, user-friendly firewall tool for Ubuntu. It provides a graphical interface for managing the powerful UFW, uncomplicated firewall system, built into Ubuntu. With GUFW, you can easily block unwanted network connections, allow trusted apps, and improve your system's security, all without needing to use complex terminal commands. It's a quick way to add an extra layer of protection, especially if you're often on public or unsecured networks. Install TimeShift for backups. Always back up your system. TimeShift is a powerful backup tool for Linux systems like Ubuntu. It focuses on creating and restoring system snapshots and basically complete backups of your operating system files and settings, but usually not your personal files like documents or pictures. You can think of TimeShift like System Restore on Windows. If something goes wrong, like after a bad update, a system crash, or a wrong configuration, you can easily roll your system back to an earlier working state. From now on, TimeShift will now automatically take snapshots of your system. Also install Stacer. Stacer is a system optimizer and monitoring tool for Linux. It's like a one-stop dashboard where you can clean system cache, logs, etc. Manage startup apps. Monitor CPU, memory, disk usage in real time. Install, uninstall packages and manage services and processes easily. Why install Stacer? If you like a clean, fast, and well-organized system without typing tons of terminal commands, Stacer makes life easier, especially useful if you're a new Ubuntu user. Someone who loves a clean graphical interface GUI for system maintenance. If you are managing a low-spec or aging computer and need better performance. And that's it. Those are the top things to do after installing Ubuntu 25.04. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and smash that bell icon so you never miss an update. Got your own setup tips? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're doing with Ubuntu 25.04. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.